शुक्लाम्बरधरं त्रिनेत्रकं शिवं ध्यात्वा दशभुजं शिवरक्षा.
Hi friends, this is NJ, a host on this channel. So we have reached the last part of our discussion on this Purvabhadrapada Nakshatra. In this part, we will try to surgically open this nakshatra and we will try to find out the flow of energies in the different layers of this nakshatra. Because each nakshatra, which is of 13 degree 20 minutes, can be equally divided into 4 padas of 3 degree 20 minutes each. And we will also try to understand the different remedial measures which you can think of opting in order to strengthen the energy of this nakshatra in your life. So before we start our discussion, just a quick recap of all what we have studied so far. We have already discussed that this nakshatra falls in 2 zodiac signs, starting from 20 degree of Aquarius reaching till 3 degree 20 minutes of Pisces. So in a way, 3 padas of this nakshatra falls in the Aquarius sign and 1 pada falls in the Pisces sign. When it comes to its planetary rulership, so that goes to the planet Jupiter. The power, the Shakti of this nakshatra is Yajamana Udayamana Shakti, which means power to rise evolutionary level, power to give spiritual power. When it comes to the indication of this nakshatra, so this nakshatra along with its, the successive nakshatra, which will be the Uttara Bhadrapada nakshatra, is seen as the burning pair or the scorching pair. Even the desire of this nakshatra is to give the grace, the radiance and the splendor of the spiritual knowledge. When it comes to the symbol associated with this nakshatra, so we have already discussed that the 2 front legs of a funeral cot has been assigned as one symbol to this nakshatra, along with a sword, single ray of sun, along with a man with 2 faces has been allotted as these different symbols with this Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. When it comes to the deity, the god presiding on this nakshatra, so that deity is the Aja Ekapada. So that deity can be seen as the deity of occult, deity of all the tantric practices. Along with that, Aja Ekapada has been described as the one-footed, unborn, goat-headed god, who is described in our Vedic scripture as that he belongs to the entourage of the Rudra, the fierce incarnation of the fierce manifestation of the Lord Shiva. Many scholars also assign the Lord Rudra as the presiding deity of this nakshatra as well. When it comes to the list of the auspicious activities, as we have discussed in the previous video, that all the activities related to anything where you have to there is lot of the risk, uncertainties involved, all the activities related to the funeral activities, the death related activities are considered as auspicious at the predominance of this nakshatra. All activities related to the ending. When it comes to the list of inauspicious activities, so all the activities related to the marriage, related to the travel, related to the sex, so all those activities, the activities of initiation, dealing with the government, so all those activities are not considered as auspicious at the predominance of this nakshatra. When it comes to the nature and functioning of this nakshatra, so people under the influence of this nakshatra, first of all, they tend to possess strong devotion, they remain very hardworking. The flip side or the shadow side of these people is that because of this strong devotion, there remains to be high vulnerability, that if they will attach their devotion to the wrong people, to the wrong belief, to the wrong causes, they might get misled in their life. Strong sense of regretfulness for brooding over the past, all the past mistakes which they have done, so sticking and clinging to and regretting for the mistakes has been seen in the life of all those people who are strongly under the influence of this nakshatra. No matter how stingy these people tend to remain in their financial affairs, but whenever those times come when they have to put their whole wealth in the name of their spouse, their family, or all those people or the belief they have strong faith in, they will not even hesitate. So strong sense of devotion we get to know from this Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. And just because too much of the secrecy which we have discussed about this nakshatra, too much of the macabre, the secrecy which we have discussed about this nakshatra, so that only tend to happen when the planets are acting in a negative way. Depending on the overall placement of the planets in the chart, along with the evolutionary level of the soul of the native. But one thing which is very sure is that this nakshatra is just going to manifest the unrestrained and the very intense side of the energies of the Rudra, of the Shiva. That is the only reason I have already explained that Aquarius is a sign which falls completely in the jurisdiction, in the control of the Lord Shiva. Aquarius sign has 3 nakshatras in it. Dhanishta, which just represents the musical abilities of the Shiva. Sadbisha, which just represents the mystical, the meditative side of the Lord Shiva, and Purbhadrapada just represents the destructive and the intense side of the Lord Shiva. And even the all the acts and the activities which we have discussed in the in the previous videos regarding the intensity. So in a way, these activities are just as a part of the universal, as a universal management and the universal functioning. So these activities are important from those aspects as well. Even if a judge is sentencing someone a penalty or some kind of imprisonment, so that doesn't mean that the judge has some kind of enmity towards that person, towards that accused. It's just like that he is doing his role. Same is the case with the public executioner, who is just doing his karma, who is just doing his duty in his life. So all those things we have already discussed in the previous videos. Even the professions which come under the purview of this Purbhadrapada Nakshatra. So all the occupations related to the weapon maker, people working in the the cemetery, the morgues will come under the purview of this nakshatra. People working in the and dealing in all those toxic substances, all those factories which produces the waste products, environmental waste will come under the purview of this nakshatra. Even the people in the pharmaceutical industry, the soldiers, all will come. The fanatics and the extreme fundamentalists will come under the purview of this Purbhadrapada nakshatra. So now we will start fresh on this nakshatra, where we will try to divide it in different layers. So as we have already discussed, its terrain, its jurisdiction is from 20 degree of Aquarius reaching till 3 degree 20 minutes within the Pisces. So the first pada will be from 20 degree reaching till 23 degree 20 minutes. Now comes the question, what kind of flow of energies you will find here in the first pada. So that's very simple. This is the nakshatra number 25. Previous to it was the nakshatra number 24. Each nakshatra has got the 4 padas multiplied by 4, and we have to rotate the cycle of the 12 zodiac signs. So divided by the 12. So we will get the answer as 96 divided by 12. So this is a quotient, this is not a remainder. So which means that in the previous nakshatra we have already covered the cycle of the 12 zodiac sign 8 times. We have completed the the 8 cycles of the 12 zodiac sign. So from this nakshatra we will again begin with the first sign, which is the Aries. So any planet present over here at this part will go to the Aries in the Navamsa. So the Aries Navamsa we will find over here at the first pada. So it's very simple. Let's say for example, at the time of your birth, your natal moon was transiting the 22 degree of the Aquarius zodiac sign. So that means your natal moon was in the Aquarius. Within Aquarius it was in the Purbhadrapada. Within Purbhadrapada it was in the first pada of the Purbhadrapada nakshatra. So this pada is going to manifest very aggressive side of the Purbhadrapada nakshatra. The determination will tend to remain at its peak. The person will have all the necessary elements of the energy to fulfill his goals, to fulfill his objective, all depending on the evolutionary level of the soul, whether the objective and wheresoever he is putting his efforts and his goals are wholesome, or they have got some hidden pursuits to it or some hidden layers to it. But in a nutshell, it is the most aggressive pada. Even from the mental pursuit, this pada is very promising. The person will have the necessary energy to make a control and take a control of all the violent and all the negative and the destructive side of the Purbhadrapada nakshatra, which we have discussed so far. When it comes to the second pada, so it will be spread from 23 degree 20 minutes reaching till 26 degree 40 minutes. So here you will find the energies of the Taurus Navamsa. So it's very simple. If let's say at the time of your birth, your natal moon was transiting the 25 degree of the Aquarius zodiac sign. So that means your natal moon was in the Aquarius. Within Aquarius it was in the Purbhadrapada nakshatra. Within Purbhadrapada it was in the second pada of the Purbhadrapada nakshatra. So this pada just manifests the indulgent side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, and there remains to be high chances that the person will give a physical expression to all the destructive and all the pent up energies of this Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. So we have already discussed that a strong influence of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra can also connect someone to the showbiz, can also connect someone and make a very good artist and very good creative person out of this energies of this Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. So all those energies we can find over here. Even from the materialistic perspective, this pada is very promising, because we have already discussed in the previous videos that even the primary motivation of this nakshatra is artha, the material prosperity, and the gana is the manushya. So that pada from the material prospect is very promising. When it comes to the third pada, which will be spread from 26 degree 40 minutes reaching till the end of the Aquarius sign. So here you will find the energies of the Gemini Navamsa. So let's say, for example, at the time of your birth, your natal moon was transiting the 28th degree of the Aquarius sign. So that means your natal moon was in the Aquarius. Within Aquarius, it was in the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Within Purva Bhadrapada, it was in the third pada of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. So this pada is going to manifest a very communicative, very curious side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. We have already discussed that even the orientation of this nakshatra is downward, just and making it very good for all kind of researchful activities. Under reflection, person might become secretive, but from the research perspective, this nakshatra is very promising, and this nakshatra is also very curious. So all the communicative and the curious side is going to take predominance in this third pada, and the best part is this is the very swift and very lightest side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra as compared to all the four padas. When it comes to the fourth pada, so it will be from the starting of the Pisces sign reaching till 3 degree 20 minutes, and here you will find the energies of the Cancer Navamsa. So let's say, for example, at the time of your birth, your natal moon was transiting the 2 degree of the Pisces sign. So that means your natal moon was in the Pisces. Within Pisces, it was in the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Within Purva Bhadrapada, it was in the fourth pada of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. So this pada is going to manifest the most, dialogical side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Now why I said that? Just because, see, Purva Bhadrapada is an intense nakshatra. Whenever there is an involvement of the moon, so impressionability is high, fickleness is high, and we have already discussed with this nakshatra, there is a strong sense of impressionability that the person, just because of his strong notion of devotion, person can be manipulated very easily. So this pada is going to manifest the most intense side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra in the form of it could produce a very extremely benevolent person, very humanitarian person, or it could be the most and manifest the most dangerous side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra in the form of someone who will be very destructive. Whether it will be self-affliction, self-mortification, self-destruction, or whether it could be in the outside world in the form of harming others, indulging into unlawful activities. But the best part is this nakshatra is generally from the social activities, from the social perspective, this nakshatra is considered as very promising. Person will have good span of social circle. So I'll just summarize the whole flow of the energies. The first pada is all about the aggressive side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. But the good part is that the mental pursuit will also tend to remain very promising, very strong. Along with person will also have the willpower, because determination is strong in this first pada. Along with the willpower is strong to take control of all the violent side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. The second pada is going to manifest the indulgent side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Person can give a strong expression, a physical expression to all the energies of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, even from the financial perspective. This pada is very promising. The third pada is going to bring out the intellectual side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Person will remain to be very communicative, very curious, and this pada is going to manifest the most light side of the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. When it comes to the fourth pada, this is the most sensitive and the most vulnerable of the four padas of the Purva Bhadrapada, in the form of person can be a big humanitarian like the Ramakrishna Paramhansa, or person could be extremely destructive. When it comes to the alphabets assigned to all the 4 padas, so those alphabets are, the first pada has got the Se alphabet, Se as in Seth. Second pada has got the So as in Solomon. The as in then for the third pada, and fourth pada has got the Di as in Diwan, Di as in Diwali. When it comes to the list of the remedial measures, so before discussing that, it's very important that you should be aware of all the days, all the direction governed by this nakshatra, because you need to do all those proportionatory measures only at the time when either moon will be transiting this nakshatra or the days assigned to this particular Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. So in the previous video we have already discussed that this nakshatra governs the west direction. This nakshatra belongs to the 14th day, Chaturdashi, of both the waxing and the waning phases of the moon's monthly cycle, along with the waning part, the Krishna Paksh of the lunar month Bhadrapad, which as per our English or the solar calendar falls in the month of the September, has been assigned to this Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. So when it comes to the remedial measure, worship of Lord Shiva, worship of Goddess Kali, worship of Lord Bhairava tend to bring very good results. When it comes to the Bij mantra assigned to this Purvabhadrapada nakshatra, so those Bij mantras are Om, Vam and Om, Sham. So you can think of reciting these mantras Om, Vam, Om, Sham 108 times at the time when moon will be transiting this nakshatra or the days, months governed by this nakshatra. Along with, you can also think of adding the colors like light blue in your wardrobe, and you should strictly avoid the leather apparels and the black color. So this is all what I wanted to say as my take on this last part on this Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on astrology, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.
संगतं नैव मुक्तिरवाप्यते।